Good morning, lovelies. Today we are talking about my top 10 favorite romance tropes, because even though I have bitched ceaselessly about romantic subplots on this channel, and I have no intention of stopping my bitching anytime soon, there are some exceptions. I will actually root for these couples if they show up in my media. But before we get started, remember to subscribe to the channel for more videos on fantasy, science fiction, and horror through a feminist lens, and if you can, support this channel on Patreon. The link is in the description. Number 1, it's queer. If one or both of these people are somewhere in the LGBTQ plus community, I am far more forgiving of whatever else it is that they do, provided that it is a healthy relationship. It can be the most over-the-top, tropey, cheesy romance ever, and I'll still root for it because it's gay, or ace, or has a non-binary person, or whatever. Now, the reason for this is that the romance market and romantic subplots and other genres have been 99% heterosexual for hundreds of years. We're sick of it. Give the rest of us a chance to use up all these cliches to death. When we're as sick of them as you are, then we'll back off. Number 2, it's healthy. This is less of a favorite and more of a requirement. Toxic relationships are bad. I don't know why this is an issue. Please stop passing off harmful behaviors like stalking, domineering, or assault as healthy. Thank you. Number 3, they're from different worlds. This could be a classes clash, a Cinderella story, even a Romeo and Juliet thing, whatever. Basically, person A is from one type of culture, society, whatever, and the other person is from a totally different one. This trope for me holds true for friendships as well, and pretty much any other type of relationship, because I just love seeing the whole differences of their cultures and personalities and how they view the world and how that comes together to form whatever type of relationship they have. So not only are these two people navigating a brand new romantic relationship, but at least one of them is navigating through an entirely different world, usually having their significant other act as a guide. This will affect their relationship in unique ways, especially if the different cultures they come from have different takes on how to flirt, woo, or care for a significant other. Number 4, they're long-term lovers. Almost every single story with a romantic subplot focuses on the start of the romance. Either they've just met, or they're acquaintances and one of them has had a crush on the other for ages, or they've been friends but are now ready to try something new. Whatever it is, at least 95% of all romantic subplots I've ever read or seen has been, we are going to start this new thing. I want something different. Give me a Chosen One story where the Chosen One's girlfriend of 3 years tags along to make sure that her boyfriend doesn't get himself killed. Or a military sci-fi where the leading couple decides that since they all might die tomorrow battling the aliens, they might as well get married today rather than after the war like they had originally planned, and the rest of their squad do their best to make it a super romantic wedding for them. Or a superhero movie where the two main characters have been married for years. Thank you, Pixar. Speaking of which, number 5, they're parents. Part of this is that I enjoy the next generation stories if they're done well, but a lot of it is that kids change the dynamic of a relationship. Only we very rarely get to see that change, or how the strain of parenthood affects a whirlwind wartime romance. I just think that there's a lot of story potential there that has gone unmined for so long. Number 6, arranged marriage. This is totally going to make what the last 2 tropes sound completely irrelevant, but what can I say? I'm a contrary creature. This is basically when 2 total strangers meet for the first time and get married for the good of their kingdoms or whatever, and then they fall in love with each other. Is it tropey? Yes. Is it realistic? Very rarely. Do I still love it? Yes! Now, there is a type of this trope that utilizes the enemies to lovers, which I am not a particularly huge fan of. What I prefer is more of an apathetic or neutral allies to lovers. So that is, we're both doing our duty to our respective families, so we might as well try to get along with each other, and oh wow, you're actually a pretty cool person. I just think it's sweet. Number 7, they can murder anyone else, but they are cinnamon rolls to each other. Basically, it's when one or both of them are absolute badasses, but they're absolutely adorable with their SO. It is a dichotomy with tooth-rotting fluff, and I am here for it. Number 8, they're a power couple. What a power couple is when person A and person B are both incredibly powerful and badass on their own, but when they work together, they are a machine. Now, this can be say two royals, or two soldiers, or a soldier and a diplomat, or a soldier and a scientist, or a soldier and a mage, or a thief and a hacker, or a whatever. Basically, they work together to solve whatever problem they're dealing with, and we get to see their complementing strengths because of this. Help each other. Kinship is the only thing keeping our species alive. Number 9. They're villains. I mentioned this in my favorite villain tropes video, but it bears repeating here. I love it when villains have a healthy, functioning romantic relationship. It shows layers and depth. It's even better when it's a villain couple. Again, layers and depth, and also it makes it that much more difficult for the heroes to beat them. And finally, number 10, experienced women. No more of this virgin girl crap. Now, there's nothing wrong with being a virgin, but when it comes to stories like this, 9 out of 10 times it is a young virgin woman, girl really, who needs an older, experienced man to teach her about sex. Most of those men don't even know what a clitoris is, so I sincerely doubt she's actually in for a good time. It also feeds into the whole purity culture that women should only have sex for love and children, while men can have it for funsies. Because how else is the guy supposed to get experienced? Women have sex for fun too. There's no shame in that. So give me 2 experienced people who both know what they want and just want a night of fun before going off to fight a war tomorrow. Or give me 2 virgins who are awkward and adorable. Give me an educated woman and a virgin man. Or give me Arya Stark, an adventurous virgin who decides to spend the night with a friend before going off to fight zombies. If you're gonna do it right. So those are my favorite romance tropes. Please tell me yours in the comments. Remember to subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one, and if you can, check out my Patreon page. That link is in the description. Bye, lovelies!